Hi, this is Stephen Platinum, and I'm taking a look at AEW Heels. I've often said that if I see a shoal of piranha attacking something, I'm going to feel badly for whatever is being attacked. And the wrestling community, especially on platforms like Twitter, tend to take on the behaviors of a shoal. I had to look up what a group of piranha were called, by the way. A shoal of piranhas, and often contribute to my negative feelings about wrestling in general, wrestling fans in particular. Male fans crapping on absolutely everything, no matter what, is as commonplace as it is exhausting. When Brandy Rhodes, Chief Brand Officer for All Elite Wrestling, announced that there was going to be a place for female wrestling fans to have a place to talk about wrestling with some pretty interesting perks, such as communicating with wrestlers, having a chance at video chats with female talent, Heel, meaning AEW Heel Group, exclusive meet and greets and parties, all kinds of things. The main phrase I saw being used was, "The possibilities are endless." Immediately, though, the piranhas attacked. They attacked what they perceived to be the overcharging for AEW Heels. Everything I had heard was that it was $50 a month, which isn't the case. You'll see that in a bit. They also attacked, saying that nobody was going to join this thing and that the target audience was too small to count. It's also not true, but to me, I could see that many were already missing the point, even though I knew very little about AEW Heels. I know that there isn't a lot of cultivating of female fans or encouraging them in the WWE or any of the bigger promotions. And when I say wasn't a lot, I mean there isn't any. As in, no wrestling group actively cultivates and encourages female fans in a unique way. But AEW Heels is certainly an attempt to do this. I inquired with people I know with AEW if it was really exclusive to females. And indeed it is. Luckily for me, I have a budding fan of wrestling, especially women's wrestling, and my daughter Veronica, so I got an account for her. I went to the AEW page and clicked on AEW Heels. Then Veronica took over. She's 9, so if she could figure it out, that was a good sign that it was user-friendly. Veronica's smarter than your average bear, and while I merely adopted technology, she was born in it, molded by it. She figured out, along with me, how to join. First, she had to figure out how to buy in. It's easy enough. First thing I noticed, it wasn't $50 per month. Not even close. $49 for a year subscription. Veronica had to go through a thing called Wonderful Union first before she, parentheses, meaning me, close parentheses, could buy the year membership. I assume this was to check that she was indeed a female. None of the language anywhere on the website was exclusionary or combative, but it's pretty clear that this is for females. So once Veronica set all that up, I could purchase the membership. And it was that easy. Here's a brief rundown of the opening page of AEW Heels. I won't show you many specific things for privacy purposes, but you get the idea, right? What do you get? At first, it doesn't look like a whole lot. I was looking for all of these bells and whistles. I saw there was a small merchandise page, and after helping Veronica set up her profile page, I left her to explore and look at things while I went over the welcome email that she received. It's not a lot there either. I was ready to get annoyed and do what I usually do, think of a bunch of things that I would have done to make it better and that kind of thing. Then something funny happened. I noticed that Veronica was happily posting. She said that it was cool. She liked the pictures. She liked the profile pictures. And people started commenting on her posts. She wanted to send Brandy a message and a friend request, so she did, and she found Leva Bates, who she knows from when I used to book Leva, and did the same thing. And she was excited that someone had commented on her post, and she was reading different posts and commenting herself. She felt safe, and reading the comments and posts that I did, I could see why. It was positive there. It was pleasant. There were female wrestling fans from around the world, and they weren't arguing, they weren't complaining. They were what Brandy said they would be. Female wrestling fans of female wrestling that had a place where they could just chat. No insults, no arguing, a welcoming vibe. A safe place she could interact and have some fun. And she could say what she likes without somebody feeling the need to tell her why she's wrong somehow. A place where she gets to see open-ended questions and answer them without reprisal. A place where she can contact women that she sees on AEW television. What would that be worth to you? A place to interact that you know wasn't going to make your day worse, only better. Where people who genuinely enjoy the same thing that you do are equally pleased that you are there to share in it. Where the wrestling people themselves go and interact. What's that worth? It's not $50 a month. In fact, broken down, it's a little over $4 a month. Is that worth it for a female wrestling fan to be able to talk wrestling without the toxic interactions that often, meaning always, come with talking about pro wrestling on any social media platform? I guess that's up to the individual to decide. But if you're one of those who are determined to belittle, bemoan, demean, and in the modern vernacular, hate out of hand, just know that from my perspective, the comfort and protection of AEW Heels is a surprisingly great thing in and of itself. And if Veronica gets to meet the fellow females at a meet and greet or some kind of gathering, or possibly gets to video chat with Hikaru Shida, who's her favorite, or Leva or Aubrey Edwards, the referee we all think is so cool, or whomever, all the better. It's a good lesson on not merely hating those that attempt to make a positive change, especially in a thing like pro wrestling, which notoriously despises change and assigns the right and wrong way to do everything, from how to enter a ring to how to act the second you go into a locker room, and really what you should enjoy and not be allowed to enjoy. AEW Heels is brand new. And maybe I just read too many comments on the AEW Heels board from real fans, but I too am excited for what it's going to become. But I gotta say, I'm grateful for what it already is. And I imagine a bunch of other women will be also. This is Stephen Platinum, who took a look at AEW Heels, so you don't have to. But you know what? You just might want to.